Hello and welcome to Quebec. At the Blue Shop Arena, the Quebec Flare will take on the Windy City Watchmen in tonight's best-of-3 matchup in the Intermediate Division Quarterfinals. Thank you for tuning in to the SPL Network. My name is Darth Taxil. Let's get to know the rosters that'll be on the ice for this one. For Johnny Coldcuts, Billy, and Dionysus, they've been together for quite some time. They played all 15 games throughout the regular season with one another. Johnny Coldcuts, the leading goal scorer and the leading point getter, going to be on the ice to try to lead his boys to freedom. Of course, when it comes to saves, all three of those starters know how to get it done. 44 saves for Dionysus, 30 saves for Billy, and 39 for the captain, Johnny Coldcuts. They all play the 200 foot of ice. They all play a well-rounded game, and which of them, one of them has to be the one to really go above and beyond here tonight if they're going to take out the Quebec Flare. They have a 9-6-0 record. They seeded out to be the 5th seed in the Intermediate Division, but will they be able to take down the boys in red here tonight? Well, to get into the depth of it, it's going to be interesting because one player is on the screen right now that it's going to be hard not to be biased against him. A man tried to make it to pro, thought he deserved pro, instead disbanded in Challenger after he was taken out by the Columbus Clappers. Ragu disbanded his team to join an intermediate team. He's probably going to be starting tonight. He joined the Quebec Flare halfway through the season, only played 6 games with them, all 18 periods during the 6 games, but he does have 23 points and he has 23 goals, 31 points in his 6 games played in the Intermediate Division. Just coming from the stepping back from the broadcasting booth and into the league administration chair, those numbers shouldn't be a thing. The reason we have the divisions is to separate the skill levels, but if Ragu wasn't able to find a challenger team that wanted him, Intermediate will be where he sits for now. But Nair, the captain, playing 17 games. Tony playing 17 games as well. Probably going to be out there on the starting lineup for these boys here tonight. Tony, 98 points in the regular season, putting up a handsome sum of number in the points column throughout the Intermediate Division. Was not the carry, but he was a candidate for it. Rick from the Hanover Ham Hoggers had 139. Golden Knight had 120. Juicix, I don't know if that's pronounced right, but the Ham Hoggers also have a man in the top 3, and he had 110. And below that, Quebec Flare's very own Tony at a whopping 98 points throughout the regular season. 45 periods played, not as much as the 3 people that beat him out. But either way, his time on the ice, very quality time on the ice, well spent. But I'm assuming it's going to be Tony, Ragu, and Nair, the starting 3 for the Quebec Flare. And if I am wrong, I am wrong. Either way, I will let you know as soon as they join the lobby. Johnny Coldcuts, Dionysus, and Billy in the lobby already for the Watchmen. We have Nair and Ragu out there for the Quebec Flare until I tell you otherwise. But they played 7 players throughout the regular season. The other 4 players consist of Corrupt Wolfie, 20 periods, 10 games, Taz playing 14 periods and 5 games, and then Agent P and Basho both only played 1 period in 1 game. Agent P 2 goals, Basho with 1 point, and that has been the history so far for the Quebec Flare. Tonight, they're looking to take on their opponent and take them out in this best-of-3 here tonight in the Intermediate Quarterfinals. Winner moves on to take on the Hanover Ham Hoggers, the 1st seed of the Intermediate Division. But which one of these teams will it be? Will it be Windy City? Will it be Quebec? That's the answer we're here to answer here tonight. Or that's the question we're here to answer here tonight. On the other side of the coin, we have the Washington Wolverines taking on the Detroit Demons. Washington having a few former Quebec Flare members themselves, having Meekers and Hirsch out there along Taco 1. I don't think Taco, also known as Savvy, ever played for Quebec. But to me, he's just lumped in with the sum, even though he has never skated on the Quebec ice surface. But the Detroit Demons, if you're not familiar with them, Young Buck, Pacer Fitness Test, Noog, Love, and Lazard on the roster for the Demons down there. Don't know if I'll be around to cast their game. I was around barely tonight. I just got back from a volleyball match. So we don't have many graphics. We don't have many bells nor whistles, but we will have a ball game here tonight. Tony, Ragu, Nair, the starting lineup for the Quebec Flare. And Dionysus, Billy, and Johnny Coldcuts going to be starting for the boys, wearing the black jerseys, also named as the Windy City Watchmen. There's a lot of Chicago representation in the SPL, Windy City also being the nickname of that city. We also have a lot of French-Canadian representation in the Slapshot Premier League. We'll see both sides of that coin here tonight. 6 players ready to rock, 6 players ready to roll. We're taking it down to the ice, where the Windy City Watchmen and the Quebec Flare will battle to see which one of us are better here tonight. Quebec Flare on the right side of your screen. As soon as the game capture picks it up, It'll be so. Puck is dropped. The game is on. Quebec defending right. Windy City defending left. And that one goes wide off to the near side. Ragu, former challenger player, looking down to the near side. Dionysus getting a piece of that one to disrupt that action. Ragu off the backhand, stopped by Dionysus again. Here's Ragu, back over to Nair. Nair cuts it back over to Ragu. Ragu, look for that forehand pass. Johnny Coldcut stealing, stopped by Tony. Fumbles that one off to the far side wall. That one's pinched back over to Ragu. Ragu, taking his time. Not a whole lot of passing lanes are open. Tony looking down the near side, finds his backhand, scoring off the backhand, and a transition shot. Finds the first one in the back of the bucket. 35 seconds into the first. It's 1-0 for the Flare. Tony leaning near side, dumps this one down and in. Here's Dionysus with it now. Stick checked away by Nair. Nair back to the point, nobody there. Tony will trail after it for Quebec. Topside finding his way down towards Ragu, but not on. Here's Dionysus. Near side wraps that one around the boards and out of the zone. Johnny Coldcut's in pursuit of it on the back of Tony. Tony off the forehand. Long distance shot goes wide. Maybe Ragu will get a hand on it. Keeps it down low. Billy lagging out amidst the turmoil. Looks like he's fighting his ping and his router as much as the demons out there on the ice. Johnny Coldcuts looking back on the defensive side to give his boy some time to breathe. Ragu here picking it up towards the top side. Dangle shoots it into the near side wall. Dionysus, Tony knocked wide. Billy lagging out. Will we see sportsmanship? Or will the Quebec Flare try to capitalize with the man down? Here's Ragu. Taking it back. Bides his time. Starts the breakout. Topside Tony. Tony pulling, shooting wide of the net. Nair tries to cycle it back over to Ragu. Ragu looks to throw this one downtown. There is a 1-minute limit on the period reset due to internet connection activity. We're past that minute. It's down to the two teams to decide what happens. Nair looking to dangle his way out in front. Dionysus gets this one out of the zone. Ragu there trying to find it towards the cage. Will it be enough? No. Tony able to make it back in time to make the save. Johnny Coldcuts here off the backhand. Lobs it towards the cage. Another save made by Tony. Tony near side. Looking to break it up. Billy's back in action. Got his router back on the wall. That hamster's running around, powering it as we speak. Here's Billy. Back downtown. Looking for Dionysus. Not able to hit him in stride. Nair there tries to keep that one freed up. Back behind the Watchmen cage. Billy, backhand from the hips, keeps it alive. Ragu not able to find a way to get that puck on a target. Good defense from the Watchmen so far. Nair backhand, sends this one topside out to the point. Ragu with it now, sends it back to the receiver. Out in front, forehand, off the slip of the stick, not able to get that shot on target. Here's Tony back at his own blue line for Quebec. Top side, here's Ragu. Send it over to Tony. Tony off Billy. Billy takes it away, looking for the stop. He does not find any at the back end of the defensive Quebec zone. Great steal by Billy, lagging out a moment ago. Off the floor, on the board, it's 1-1. Watchmen get it back. Ragu near side. Billy takes it away off the backhand, looking for that shot attempt. Not able to get that one through the traffic. Here's Ragu with it now. They cycle it back downtown. Offside, looking for that shot attempt. Great stop there by Nair. Johnny Coldcut's the leading goal scorer for the Windy City Watchmen coming into tonight. Playing that forward position, trying to get that one away from Ragu. Ragu sends it near side wall out of the zone as it comes back downtown for Windy City. Bailey backhand finds Johnny. Johnny shooting, scoring, and he proves why he's the top goal scorer for the boys in black. 1:45 to go here in the first. 3 goals into it. Windy City with the lead. Billy off the backhand, cuts this one over to his captain. Johnny Coldcuts coming into this season. There's a question whether or not they're going to be in the intermediate division. I was talking to him about it, whether or not they wanted to hang out and prospect or if they wanted to come back and compete. And Johnny Coldcuts said last season, we didn't have the best run, we didn't have the best team, but this season we're coming out and we have something to prove here. And they made the playoffs. They're looking to at least win one of these quarterfinal matches. And, that's a step forward. That's a step farther than they made it last season. And, they're really sticking it to the crowd here tonight. 1:11 here in the first. The home team very hushed. Dionysus, top side, looks for Johnny Coldcuts. Stopped up by Tony on the far side outer slot. Brought back down to the end wall. Johnny Coldcuts finds his way to Billy. 60 seconds remaining in the period here in the first. Ragu, top side, finding his way off the stick of Tony. Down low, here's Dionysus with it now. Dionysus off the backhand, has the passing lane, hits Tony on the way through. Dionysus comes back for it. Nair tries to free it up towards the cage. Hits Dionysus on the way through. Billy off the backhand, swing and a miss, comes off to the far side corner. Nair finds its way towards Tony. Tony down low, off the stick of Johnny Cold, cuts to himself. Off the backhand, chip towards the cage, goes off the stick of Ragu and wide. For the Quebec Flare, they get it out. Billy, 30 seconds to go for Windy City, has the puck now, lobs this one topside and down the ice. Ragu, great stick check, brings possession back for the Quebec Flare. Looking near side. Down low in the enemy, or in his own corner. Ragu with 19 seconds remaining. 1 goal is the deficit, looking to even it up, hits Nair on the way through. Passes it to himself, then to the near side. Here's Tony with an out. 12 seconds to go. Off the forehand. Shot goes off Johnny Cold cuts. Stopped by Ragu. Back out to Tony. Tony at the red line. 5. Ragu down low. 3. Pass out in front. Hits the end of the cage, and that will do it for the first period of action. It's 2-1. Windy City on top here at the Glue Shop Arena in Quebec. They don't have a town name. 1-5 the shot total. 1-2 the score total. Both sides hitting the majority of their shots. A lot of possession time coming out of the Quebec Flare corner. But that score has not translated that here tonight. Passing game's on point for Quebec. They have the puck more times than not. They're dictating play, but they're not getting the takeaways. They're not getting the shots, and they're not getting the goals so far here tonight. It's 1-2. So we're back down on the ice here for the second. Quebec Flare defend the right cage in the red. The Windy City Watchmen defend the left cage in the black. The puck is dropped. The game is back underway. Billy goes off the stick of Nair, down low. Here's Tony. Tony here for the Quebec Flare, waits his time, bides his options, throws this one down the near side. Billy here waiting for it, throws this one to Johnny Coldcuts, all alone down in the enemy zone, off the forehand, polling, shooting, stopped by Tony on the far outer slot. Throwing off the boards, Ragu there, tries to stick check that one free, back over to Tony. Here's Tony for the Quebec Flare, near side, Nair throws this one into the offensive end. Dionysus looks top side over to Johnny Coldcuts. Johnny Coldcuts off the forehand, backhand, tries to scoop it to Billy, doesn't have the angle though. Dionysus knocks it loose. Billy here off the forehand, leads Johnny a little too far. Ragu with the touch on the far side point, brought out of the neutral zone with a shot attempt. That will whiz by. Going off Nair over to Tony, goes off Coldcuts, near side, trying to get this one out for the Windy City Watchmen. Tony stops on the way out, Nair at the point, shooting near side, and that one trickles wide barely. Off the near side of the trimming behind the net. Ragu. Shooting. Goes off to Nair. Off the panhandle. Wasn't quite on the ice when he tried to pass it out to Tony. Johnny Coldcuts trying to get it out to the near side point. Dionysus has them beat. Off the backhand. Tries to pass it out in front. Ragu there. Great stick check to free that one back up for the boys in red. Ragu. 3:43 to go here in the second. Ragu stopped by Dionysus for a moment. He'll take his strides near side, trying to find a way around this back check from Windy City. Good pass goes over to Nair. Stopped by Tony. Here's Johnny Coldcuts with a forehand pass over to Dionysus. Looks for that topside pass out to the point. Gets this one back over to Billy at the red line. Forehand shot wide of the cage, off to the near side corner. Tony out of the zone. Now Johnny Coldcuts as he trails after it into his own defensive near corner. Here's Ragu. Here's Johnny. Ragu back with it. Off the backhand. Look for the topside wrap around. Billy there to meet and greet him on the far side red line. Here's Ragu. Backhand scoop. That one's going to be wide off to the near side corner. Dionysus. Went off Nair's stick. Billy off the backhand, tries to cut it across out corner to corner, but not able to get it through. Ragu shooting, scoring. Oh, that's just barely able to find its way through. Dionysus wanting a redo on that one, but it's not Candyland. And that's just a heartbreak. Almost pinched it on the upper 90. Just not quite able to get enough behind it. 2:55 to go here in the second. We're tied at 2s. Here's Ragu. Pass to Tony, shooting, hits the post. That one goes far side and wide. There. Back downtown, finds Ragu on his own defensive end. Ragu, stick checked by Billy, finding his way towards the crease. Will he get enough? Scoring off the forehand, and the physicality coming out in a big way for the boys in black. Billy able to find a way to get the forehand shot, stayed barely out of the range of Ragu to keep from getting stick checked. With 2:39 to go. Windy City Watchmen back on top by 1. Shot goes wide by Johnny Coldcuts. Billy shooting. Oh, what an angle. My goodness. If you look at that one too long, you might get some cuts on your face. Man, sharp cheddar, top cheese. 4-2. Watchmen on top, halfway through the second. Here's Johnny Coldcuts shooting off the backhand, and he finds another one. Beautiful play, just coming out, picking apart the Quebec defense. They're walking away with something special here tonight. Dionysus looking right down the wicket, say, hey, we got 3 uninterrupted. Let's get a 4th one right from the get-go. Ragu Very veteran player, making sure to play the face-off, play that defensive side first and foremost. Billy, near side, goes off Nair. Here's Billy once more, topside bank pass to Johnny Coldcuts. Johnny against Tony, able to get that wrap around. Nair with a shot, goes wide of the cage. Here's Billy with a now stop by Nair, keeping that one down low for the boys in black. Here's Billy once more with it. Off the backhand, forehand, trying to get this one down the straight, able to get a hand on that one. Zone comes back out for the Quebec Flair. Good shot, better save. Nair from Dionysus. Fight it out on the far side wall. Billy here with it. Billy, top side. Looking for Johnny Coldcuts. Johnny Coldcuts stopped there by Ragu. Leaves that alone for Tony. Tony with it now. Top side. Stopped by Ragu. Dionysus to Billy. Billy with it now. Forehand shot. A long distance try, but that one goes wide, barely off that left side. Here's Tony. Gets this one out of the defensive end. Dionysus knocks it loose to the top side wall. Nair meets it. Billy stops him. Goes off Tony. Tony here, near side. Cuts it down the straight. Looking for that dance down center lane. The street was closed here tonight. Dionysus, top side, off Johnny Coldcuts. Tony there to stop him at the point. Tony going to fight that one free for the Quebec Flair. Johnny Coldcuts with a shot attempt. That one goes wide off the near side. 1 minute remains here in the second period of action of game one. Here's Nair, stopped by Dionysus. Nair off the backhand, stopped by Dionysus again. Ragu almost fumbled. Oh, that's just a heartbreak. 6 on the board for the Windy City Watchmen. And that's just tough luck. .50 seconds to go. We still got a third period of action. 4 goals. Now the gap. Windy City just making the most of their opportunities. Great shot by Ragu, deflected wide there by Billy. And he'll send this one right back down to the sender. Here's Ragu at his own end wall. Finds Tony on the near side corner. Bank pass out of the zone over to Nair. Nair top side finds Ragu. Ragu shooting, scoring. An empty cage awaits him. And he will not deny. 32 seconds remain in the second. Great pass by Nair. And a good shot by Ragu. One to be true. They get back into this one. Answering the last 4 unanswered goals from the Watchmen side of the ice. 5 unanswered goals. It is 4 unanswered goals. I was right. Second guess myself here tonight. Tony, knocked loose. Dionysus, top side, out of the zone. Finds Johnny Coldcuts. Tony, stopped by Billy. Thrown back down in the Watchmen's favor. There, the 1. Getting this one back to Ragu, the 3. Ragu, 8 seconds. Cuts it across. Goes off Johnny. Dionysus, top side. Finds a way to break free with it. Lobs it down to the near side corner, but that's going to do it for the second period of action. Windy City 6, Quebec 3 at the end of 2. Blue Shop Arena, home to a lot of Quebec wins here this season, 11 total. They're feeling it now. They got to summon the ghost of Christmas past to try to make it through this one. 5 shots on target, not enough to equal out the goals that have been scored. From the opposite side of the ice, everybody's ready to rock, everybody's ready to roll. We're back down on the ice here for the final period of action in game 1. It's Windy City left side in the black, Quebec Flair on the right side in the red. The puck's dropped, the game is on, and this third period is underway. Ragu. Tony comes back in. Ragu tries to get top side. Dionysus goes off the hand of Johnny Coldcuts. Down low, here's Tony. Tony to Ragu. Ragu trying to fake out Dionysus. Hits the boards. Gets it down the far side wall. Forehand shot goes off Nair on the way through. Nair looking for that wraparound. Stopped by Johnny Coldcuts. Billy looks near side. Finds only Tony. Tony looking for the forehand pass out in front. Hits Johnny Coldcuts, and that one's going to go in the back of the net, even though I think the save was given out for that one. 5 shots, 4 goals. Johnny Coldcuts stick, just not the right space, not the right time. 35 seconds into the third. It's a 2-point gap once again. Billy waltzes near side off the backhand, shooting off the post. Nair with a save, and that one comes back out to the far side. And that one comes all the way back down. All the way home. 4:11 to go. And the Quebec Flair find themselves only down by 1. Johnny Coldcuts able to find an answer for it. They get themselves back on top, 7-5. The leading goal scorer with a hat trick here tonight, Johnny Coldcuts off the back end. Finds that shot lane past Tony, and it's 7-5 Watchmen. 4 minutes, 5 seconds remain here in regulation. Both teams trying to make the most of their opportunities here tonight. You got to capitalize when you can and leave it when you don't. Johnny Coldcuts here with the puck now, looking towards that top side of the ice. Stopped there by Nair. Shooting goes off Tony, almost going in. Oh my goodness, that would have been absolutely insane. An absolute sensation on the ice. 3:44 and a broken heart. Tony might be thinking about that one as he goes to bed tonight if they don't find a way to get back in this one. Here's Nair out to Tony. Backhand, not able to get that one from the hip to get on the shot lane. Dionysus lobs it down. Here's Ragu with the puck now for the Flare. Ragu, near side down the straight. Tony catches it off the backhand. Going to take charge for the boys in red. Top side over to Ragu. Ragu stops it off the backhand. Dancing, not able to find the shot lane. Here's Johnny Coldcuts with the puck now for the boys in black. Hits Dionysus on the way through. Hoping for Billy on the near side wall. Billy fights it free. Ragu does the same. Ragu slapped away with a little do-si-do check. Ragu gets back in there. Off the forehand, softly to Tony. Tony to Ragu. Ragu here with 3 minutes to go here in the third period of action. 2 goals to the gap. Flare down 5-7. Goes off Billy. Billy, top side for Windy City. Finding his way to Johnny Coldcuts off the backhand. Over to Dionysus, almost finding a header shot in the transition game. Ragu there. This one back for Quebec. It's a step, but no. Dionysus gets a backhand stick check in there. Johnny Coldcuts finds his way off Tony. Tony here with a few stick checks. A little Beyblade magic coming back to Ragu. Tony shot blocked away by Billy. Tony off Billy. Over to Nair. Nair dances out in front. Holds, shoots, scores. And he makes it 6-7. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Exactly halfway through this third period of action. 1 goal back. The difference. Nair just holds it on the backhand, and they're not able to get it off of that stick glue. 1 more goal. They got themselves a little Magic Johnson moment. Shooting, scoring, and it goes right back the other way. Beautiful read on the play. Johnny Coldcuts able to find the puck off the unfortunate bounce. And it's 8-6 on the board. Windy City just finding a way to stay in the lead with a little bit of cushion. Here's Ragu, top side. Trying to get it to Johnny Coldcuts as he fights his way against Tony. Tony, top side, finds Ragu. Ragu, eyed up there by Dionysus, finds Tony off the tip of the stick over to Nair. Nair hands that one back to Ragu. Ragu, only 6 games, 23 goals here in the intermediate division here this season. Here's Billy with an out, cuts it down the straight, goes off Ragu. Ragu dances, stopped by Billy, thrown back to the defensive side of the Quebec zone. Ragu, top side, looks for Tony. Tony, forehand, looks for the pass back out to the point, but not able to find him in stride. Here's Ragu back at his own defensive end, able to pick this one up for the Quebec Flare. Rips that one topside along the wall. Tony here in the neutral zone trying to get this one in the O zone. Does so, but he doesn't follow it. Dionysus stopped by Nair. Nair off the back end, tries to get it out in front. As they fight with the sticks topside, Nair goes off Ragu, back to Tony, shooting near side and wide. Dionysus picks it up back behind his own goal line for the Windy City Watchmen. Johnny Coldcuts off the back end, knocked loose, back over to Billy. Billy, near side, out of the zone, just looking to stay alive for the last minute 18 here in the third period. Nair, Johnny Coldcuts, back down low, over to Dionysus. Dionysus from the forehand with a lob into the far side corner. Johnny Coldcuts trying to pick that one up where it lies. Dionysus here on the end wall. Here's Tony with the puck now. Top side out of the zone. Here's Billy. Forehand shot. That'll be wide off the left side. Johnny Coldcuts looking for that wraparound attempt. Nair there to hug the post and deny it. Ragu, 54 seconds and 2 goals to make up. Tries to get past Dionysus. Goes off to Billy. Billy near side. Stick check by Ragu. Good pick there by Nair, but he gets in his own teammate's way. It's Ragu near side. Off the back end. Stopped by Billy. Ragu tries to hand it off to Nair. Say you take it. Shooting, far side and wide. Johnny Coldcuts almost able to find a little bit of magic in his pocket. Perhaps a little sunshine while he's at it. Shooting, goes off Dionysus, shot wide off the near side. Great stop there by Johnny Coldcuts, back behind his own, or back towards his own crease. 27 to go. Tony, near side. Finding its way off Johnny Coldcuts towards the cage. Great stick check by Tony. Frees it up to Ragu. Ragu, 2-on-1 kind of. Shooting off the body and wide. Billy able to get a piece of that one. Long distance shot goes off Tony. Shooting, far side and wide, 12 to go. 2's the gap. Ragu down low, trying to get one more goal for pride's sake. Here's Tony, near side, stopped by Billy. Billy gets it out, and that looks like it'll do it for this third and final period of action. And the Windy City Watchmen go up 1-0 here in the series here tonight. 8-6 the final score at the Glue Shop Arena. 12 shots hitting the net, 8 of them going in. Windy City played a great game, even though they were on like the lower side of the majority of the spectrum. 7 takeaways coming out of the first period of action. They only had 11 total, but they made it work. You shoot your shots, you hit your goals, and that's really the only stat column that matters at the end all be all. Johnny Coldcuts 4 goals, Billy with 3, Dionysus with 1. 3 of the team's 4 saves made off the stick of Dionysus, and Johnny Coldcuts, just like the regular season, leading his team in terms of possession time. On the other side of the ice, Ragu, former challenger player playing this season with 11 takeaways, 1 turnover. 2 minutes, 20 seconds with the puck on his stick. Only 1 shot, 1 goal. For his team's total is 6. Nair had 2, Tony with 3, and the hat trick to simmer it off the end of the cliff. 2 saves apiece. Nair and Tony just sharing the load back on the defensive side of the puck, and really just looking to open it up down the ice. But thank you, Blurn Hub, for the raid. I appreciate you. Hope you had a great stream. But yeah, both these teams, if you're not sure where they land on the spectrum of, this is not the scene I'm at to click on, we're looking at the intermediate division. This is the exact middle of the road of the league, even though we had 36 teams to start down in the open division and 12 teams in the prospect division. This is the middle of the road when it comes to skill. We're going against the 4 and the 5 seed here tonight. Top 6 from the intermediate division made the playoffs. And that's where we're at right now. This is what the standings look like at the end of the season. When it pops up, ignore the top text. But yeah, both these teams playing each other twice already here in the regular season. And they're feeling it. They're feeling the burn, Mr. Krabs. First time they met each other, Windy City came out on top 7-6. Not last time they met each other. 9-5 for Quebec. 6 players ready to rock. 6 players ready to roll. We're back on the ice here for game 2. Puck is dropped. The game is on. Time once again is underway here in the first period of action. Quebec Flair defending the right cage in the red. Got to mute that. Windy City defending the left cage in the black. Tony picking it up. Everybody only has 6 players in this lobby. So whoever is playing right now, probably going to be the ones to end the series, whether or not this goes all 3 legs of the race here tonight, or if it is a 2-game sweep for Windy City. It's going to be these 6 players. These 6 players. Ragu. Looking topside, shooting, scoring. Oh, what an angle. Absolutely beautiful. 1-0. Quebec on top. First here in the beginning chapter of the first period of action. 31 seconds into it. Beautiful shot on that far side goal line. He's showing us what he's got here tonight. Here's Tony shooting. Oh, what a save by Dionysus. Kept wide off the far side. Tony looking to keep this one alive for the Quebec Flair. Stopped by Billy over to Ragu. Ragu looking downtown into his own defensive end. Tony picking this one up towards that top side. Getting a hand on this one. Tony gets it out of the zone. Off the wall, out of the zone. Billy goes off Nair, shot wide of the cage. Ragu looking to be the first man towards it. Finds his way back out to Johnny Coldcuts. Johnny Coldcuts off the backhand, shooting wide of the net, goes over to Billy. Billy off the backhand, stopped by Ragu. Ragu looking to lean with it, looking to rock with it. Gets this one out of the zone. Dionysus getting a piece of that one on the transition game. Breaks up Tony's momentum. Goes off Billy with that interception. Not able to take it out for a touchback. Tony to Johnny Coldcuts. 3:25 to go. Great try by Ragu. Shooting. Oh, what a block. And that goes in. Oh, almost, but not quite. Ragu out in front of the cage. Gets it there. Shoots it. And that way it barely trickles over top of the goal line. Dionysus just looking to the sky, asking God one question, and that's why. 3 minutes 20 to go here in the first. It's 2-0 for the Flair. Ragu dumps this one down and in. Billy picks it up topside over to Johnny Coldcuts. Johnny, stick checked by Ragu. Ragu topside looking for that forehand shot. Goes wide by a margin. Comes out to Billy. Here's Dionysus. Backhand chop towards the cage. Goes wide as well. Here's Nair. 2:55 to go here in the first. Billy gets this one back down low. Nair gets it right back. Nair, stick check by Billy. Nair off the forehead, finds his way over to Ragu on the near side corner. Ragu, not a lot of options to work with. Tony covered down the ice. Nair standing behind his own cage. Here's Ragu with it once more. Johnny Coldcuts looking to get this one back down low. Here's Dionysus with it now. Ragu, great stick check to free that one back up. There's Ragu out in front. Shooting, scoring. Tony able to find a way to get that one towards the back of the net. Great pressure by Ragu down low, looking to make the scoring change prevalent. And the defense just a little too far apart from stopping the pass nor stopping the shot. 2:26 to go here in the first. Quebec making a statement here early on in game 2. Tony throwing off the end of his own cage. Johnny Coldcuts here looking down to the near side to Tony. Tony off the forehand, stopped by Coldcuts. Coldcuts off the forehand, stopped there by Nair. Tony, near side wall, look for an opportunity to get it out. Goes off Dionysus on the exit velocity. Tony off the backhand, back pass over to Nair. Nair off the backhand, looking for that pass in the neutral zone to Ragu. Leads him a little too far. Billy Stick checked away. Great try there by Tony on a bank pass to himself. Just not quite able to make it happen. Johnny Coldcuts topside with 1:51 to go here in the first period. They have a 3-goal lead, looking to make it 4. Nair stop by Johnny, out to Billy, fanning on the forehand shot. Not really something that many players should be expecting to come out towards that center lane. But Billy, good reaction time, just not quite fast enough. Nair throws it in a very dangerous spot. Tony here looking to break it out of the defensive end with a near side pass, goes off Dionysus. Dionysus down low in his offensive end. Tony takes it back in his own corner. 1:22 to go here in the first. Still the same 3-0 score that we had a minute ago. Ragu, backhand, over to Tony. Stopped by Johnny. Johnny with a backhand try, trying to get this one over to Dionysus with a little Carl Weezer type pass with a bank off the board. Ragu in his own corner. Looking to break this one down. Ragu with it. Over to Nair. Gets it out. Billy stops. Billy off the backhand finds Johnny down low. Johnny looking for that slot pass, not able to find its way through the opposition. We'll go corner to corner over to Billy. Billy, backhand. Johnny on the far side point, brought out to the neutral zone. Here's Dionysus with it now. Dionysus looking for the return fire, finds his way to Johnny in the corner, slapped out by Nair, goes off Dionysus. Tony with a shot, goes off the tip of the stick. Goes barely wide off the left side of the cage. Johnny stopped at his own blue line. Ragu takes it, shoots it off the body of Dionysus and wide. A beautiful save. Keeping Windy City alive in this one. 20 seconds remain in the first. Here's Ragu in the neutral zone, looking topside to get this one around at the point. Stopped there by Billy. Billy back down low. Gonna take it out here with 10 seconds remaining. Ragu, Nair, backhand, shooting. Stopped by Dionysus. A rebound to Tony. Tony off the backhand, trying to get that one corralled out. That'll fall all the way back into the neutral zone. Ragu down low. And that'll do it for the first period of action. It's 3-0 at the end of one here at Glue Shop Arena in Quebec. Very close game. No shots so far for the Windy City Watchmen. Quebec Flair doing a great job at shutting them down in that neutral zone. We'll see if they can keep it going. 3 saves out of the teams for Dionysus. Ragu with 2 goals. We're back on the ice here for the second period of action. Quebec on the right. Windy City on the left. We're back underway. Dionysus stopped by Nair. Down low off Ragu. Here's Dionysus with it yet again off the backhand. Forehand out of the zone over to Nair. Nair. Your side bank past Tony to Ragu. Ragu forehand, backhand. Dangle shooting. Not able to score. Good stop there by Johnny Coldcuts. Playing the full 200-foot game here tonight. Making the saves, making the goals. Here's Ragu. Ragu back in his own defensive end. Look for that bank pass around Johnny Coldcuts, but he won't be fooled too easily. Here's Ragu. Billy getting a piece of that one. Ragu once more with it. Finds his way towards Nair. Shooting off the backhand. Stopped there by Johnny Coldcuts. Awarded the block, not the save. Johnny, backhand. Stopped by Ragu. Billy there with a stick check. Frees it up for Dionysus. Off the backhand. Finds himself again down in the enemy corner. This is Tony. Little spinorama. Finds a few stick checks to try to free the puck up. He's sandwiched between 2 players. Gets it out. Billy at the point. Tries to take this one top side over to Johnny Coldcuts. As he retreats, he'll find the puck back in his own corner. Tony there to apply that pressure, though. Tony from Quebec. Billy from Windy City. Out in front, Dionysus takes it away over to Johnny. Johnny with 1 man to beat. His name's Nair. Off the back end. The back check from Ragu. Able to get back in time to stop that shot from getting released. 3:43 to go. Billy with a save, and that one goes off Tony and in. Oh, the bounce is going one way so far this game. Billy got the tip of the stick. If it would have hit the curve, he might have had a shot on goal the other way. 3 minutes 41 to go here in the second. It's 4-0 for the Flair. Johnny Coldcuts near side. Looking for that forehand pass. Goes off Ragu. Tony near side at the blue line. Stopped by Johnny Coldcuts. Looking downtown is Tony with a long distance pass over the stick of Ragu. He'll trail after it into the corner. Ragu near side out to the point. Finds his way to Nair. 3:18 to go here in the second. Quebec Flair on top 4-0. Dionysus. Tony. Back over to Nair. Nair, the captain of Quebec, challenged by the captain of Windy City. Goes off of Johnny Coldcuts. Ragu gets a piece. Billy trying to get the shot released. Not able to do so. Johnny shooting. Save made by Nair once more. Keeping that one wide from the Quebec net. Near side. Trying to take it from the corner to the slot. Dionysus takes it away. Backhand. Tries to get it past Ragu. Not an easy order to fulfill. Dionysus near side from the point out to Johnny. Johnny in the corner. Dionysus out the end wall. Stopped by Nair. Nair with a dangerous plane. Trying to get it out of the zone. Makes it away unscathed. Ragu topside. Tony stopped by Dionysus. Shooting. Goes wide by Billy. Johnny Coldcut's picking it up, looking to wrap it around. Tony not having any of that on the defensive side. Loses it. Dionysus out to the near side, finds Billy. Billy forehand shooting, goes off Tony and wide. Tony with 2:24 to go, just trying to catch his breath right now. The pressure's been immense from the Watchmen here in the second chapter of play. They've only given up one so far. Ragu, stopped by Johnny. Down low, Dionysus here with the puck now. Whips it along the top side wall. Out to Johnny. Johnny backhand. Out in front looking for Billy on the near side. Streaking down. Finds his way to Johnny again. Out in front. Billy shooting, scoring. Oh, what a beautiful play. Oh, my goodness. They might have been their first goal, but it won't be their last. Oh, the give, the go. The take and take and take and take. 2:06 to go in the second, and it's 1-4. Watchmen looking to bring it back. Holy cow. One of the best plays I've ever seen come out of the intermediate division. Not sure how intentional it was, but you could see the thoughts behind those eyes. There. Looking near side. Banks it off the wall to Ragu. Ragu throws it off the wall. Billy scoops it away. Johnny and Tony go into the boards together for the puck. Johnny comes out on top. Near side bank pass right on this tape of Billy. Billy off the near side tries to peel it off for that hard shot lane. He would have hit that too if Nair wasn't in net. What a save by Nair again. Billy might be one of the better players I've seen on this Windy City roster. Off the side of the cage, Tony finds his way back to Nair. Nair fans on it. Gets that backhand chip in towards the offensive zone. Great stop there by Dionysus. Keeps it wide. Johnny trying to make this a 2-goal deficit with a shot deflected wide there by Nair. And the shot total's almost even. We went into the first intermission. One team had 7 shots, the other nothing. In this second period has just been wearing a black jersey, and the ice feels a little tilted right now. Johnny Coldcut's near side out of the zone. Nair picks it up, cycles it back into the far side corner. Tony taking his time with the puck. Looking near side, out of the zone. Johnny Coldcut's here with an out for the boys in black. Near side out, finds Tony shooting, scoring, and a great takeaway. Finds great opportunities. A hat trick goes out for Tony. 41 seconds remain here in the second chapter of play. 5-1 on the board. And the Watchmen gonna have to think about this one. Billy, near side, Nair. Nair down the straight, goes off Dionysus. Tony scoring off the forehand. Not sure how that one worked out for him. But he's able to find a way to just scoop it off the forehand and right into the back of the net. That's just a hard pill to swallow. 29 to go here in the second. 6-1's our score. Billy, stopped by Ragu. Ragu looking for that pass out towards the slot, but not able to find Tony in stride. Tony fights for it, frees it up, goes out back to the point to Ragu. 14 seconds to go. 5 goals the gap. Billy looking to make it 4, not able to get the puck to work with him from his hip. Tony off the near side wall, trying to scoop this one away. Johnny Coldcut's here, frees it up along the near side. 3 seconds to go. Dionysus fans on it. Ragu not taking it. That'll be the end of the second. 6-1 on the board. Quebec so far in the lead here in game 2, making the statement early on, just holding that lead out. Seeing how long it'll go. 7 shots to 12. Windy City finding all of their 7 during that second chapter of play. Quebec Flare finding a total of 5 during that second period. Possession time, passing game, just about the same as we've expected it here in this game. Both sides not going home quite yet. 10 takeaways, 4 turnovers so far for Ragu. Went away from his record from last game. Only goal from Windy City coming off the stick of Billy. We're back on the ice. 6 ready to rock, 6 ready to roll here in the third and final period of game 2. The end is near. Quebec defends right. Windy City defends left. And Billy right from the get-go able to find a backhand shot and make this one a 2-6 game. It was all me, baby. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. 4's the gap. 3 seconds into it. Windy City never saying die. Dionysus looking low. Here's Nair with the puck now. Stick check by Dionysus. Billy to the near side. Dionysus pulling, not able to get the shot through the traffic. Billy, Tony. Back off the forehand over to Nair. Nair off the forehand, stopped by Dionysus. Dionysus looking for the tread, not able to find a way to get downtown. Here's Johnny Coldcuts with 4:27 to go here in the third. Tony, off the backhand, stopped by Billy. Nair here with it, takes it past one, but not Billy. Tony tries to free it up. Off the backhand, the shot goes wide. Billy finds Johnny. Top side, a forehand shot goes wide thanks to Ragu. Johnny Coldcuts finds Billy. Billy on the point, tries to find his way towards Dionysus. Dionysus hands it off Billy. Top side, finds Johnny. Johnny near side. Not able to get that one to the not able to get it to a black jersey. Dionysus looking down low. Tony here. Looking to saucer this one out. They're hanging out in the corner. Tony doesn't really have a whole lot of passing options right now. Forehand shot. That goes off Billy. Billy. Near side Dionysus. Dionysus stopped by Tony. Tony off the backhand, looking to scoop that one back out to the point. Giannis is going to keep this one going. 3:40 to go here in the third. Here's Ragu with an out forehand shot, stopped by Johnny. Tony with a shot, and that goes in. Just got to hold W and stand in the right spot. Tony able to find a way. Just push that one right past Johnny Cold Cuts. There, lobs it in. 5 goals, the gap. 3 minutes 26 remaining in regulation. Windy City Watchmen got to find a way to get something going here tonight. Tony with a shot goes wide. Here's Johnny Cold Cuts near side over to Dionysus. Stopped by Tony. Here's Nair with it now. Near side out to Ragu. Ragu forehand shooting wide of the net. Goes over to Tony. Tony dancing back out to the point. Ragu pulls it. Forehand shot off Dionysus. Nair shot shoots. Nice save there by Johnny Cold Cuts. Keeps that one off to the near side wall. Dionysus here catches that one on the back end. Top side down the straight finds Johnny. Johnny reversing that to the point. Shooting near side and barely wide. Billy pass out in front. Stopped by Nair. Ragu back down in his own defensive end for Quebec. Looks to weigh his options. Looks top side then to the near. Stick check by Billy. Ragu stays on it. He'll dump this one down and in. Johnny Cold Cuts looks near side. Off the back end finds Dionysus. Top side Billy. Billy here. Off the back end. Stopped by Tony. Tony to Johnny. Off Dionysus. Nobody wants it more than Ragu. He'll be slapped away out to the neutral zone. Tony shooting. Nice save there by Dionysus. Here's Billy. Off the back end. Johnny. Off the back end. Pulling. Shooting. Near side and wide. Nair. Tony getting a piece on that on the way out. Here's Billy with an out. Cuts it across top side. Only Ragu here to pick it up at the red line. Stopped by Dionysus and chucked down the boards. 5 goals. Still the gap. 2-7 our score. Late here in game 3 of late in period 3, game 2. And that might just be the one to just say, all right, let's go game 3. There, takes it. Johnny back with it off the backhand. Stopped by Ragu with a bank pass to himself. Up towards that top side of the ice. Over to Tony. Tony shooting. Stopped by Dionysus. Dionysus out of the zone. Thrown all the way down low. And there gets awarded that save. Here's Dionysus with it again. Top side stopped by Ragu. Dion. Other side to Billy. Stopped by Tony. Bank to himself. Off the forehand finds Ragu. Ragu down low at the outer slot. Shooting off the side of the cage. Comes out to Dionysus. Dion to the neutral zone. Stopped by Nair towards the cage. Dionysus. Another save made. Another shot denied. The majority have been saves from the Windy City side of the ice. Here's Nair with it now with 1:20 to go in regulation. Nair near side. Stopped by Billy on the way through. Billy tries to take the puck, overextends, finds his way off towards Dion, but not really on the tape. Really missed the bread basket. Tony out of the zone, stopped by Johnny. Hooks over, into the cage. Oh, what a play. Dear goodness, 1:05 to go. One of the best intermediate division goals I have ever seen. Dion able to find a way to get the head on it. 3-8 might be the score, but the morale might be high out in the Windy City locker room. It's not about the score on the board. It's about the message you send. That's the kind of ball game we're playing here in game 2. Johnny Cold Cuts looking for the shot. Nair there just lobs this one down and in. Lets the time waste off the clock. Here's Billy near side. Banks it off the wall. Dion here. Backhand, forehand. Not able to get that through Ragu. Sticks with him though. Trying to force the fumble. Trying to force that takeaway. Ragu at his own end wall. Has some elbow room, top side to Tony. Tony passed Billy. Oh, what a deke. Oh, hits the side of the cage, though. It would have been a fabulous highlight reel play. Just not quite the ending that Tony was praying to God for. 20 seconds remain. Billy off the forehand, scooped into the near side. Nair goes off Ragu. Ragu off the forehand, sent off the far side wall. Johnny Cold Cuts here with 10. Tony with 8. Sent off to Billy. He'll just get this one back to the neutral zone. 3 seconds remain. One last shot perhaps, but no. That will do it. Game 2 going Quebec Flair's way. It's 8-3, the final score here at Glue Shop Arena. We're 1-1 in the series. Only one team can come out on top. Who's it going to be? Will it be the Windy City Watchmen? Will it be the Quebec Flair? We'll just have to wait and find out. Billy 6 shots, 2 goals. 6 out of the team's 11 saves coming off of Dion's stick. Beautiful defense from Dionysus. And on the other side of the ice, 8 of the team's 9 saves coming from their top goal scorer, Nair. Not sure what that was about, but Tony, 5 goals on his 8 shots. Some beautiful stuff out there. And the takeaway ratio from Ragu just really going to be the difference maker out there. 16 times he's taken it away, 5 times he's given it up. We're all ready to rock. We're ready to roll down on the ice for the final time tonight. Here in the first, Quebec Flare defend the right cage. Windy City Watchmen defend the left. We're back underway here in Game 3 in our best of 3 in the intermediate quarterfinals. There, Ragu out in front, stopped by Dionysus. Ragu from the hips, tries to get it out in front, off the backhand. Tony, backhand, forehand, shot blocked away by Johnny. Here's Ragu, off Billy, near side. Ragu gets it back to the point. Billy scoops it loose as well. Nair topside finds Tony. Tony off the forehand, backhand, shooting, near side. That one lobbed out into the corner. Ragu there tries to fight for that one free, topside along the corner of the enemy zone. Just trying to get any passing lane open to the point that he can. Great pressure here from Windy City. Trying to win that puck away. Topside Johnny here trying to wheel him, trying to deal him, but he doesn't have the cards in his hand. Tony stopped by Johnny. Johnny cuts it to the near side. Look for Billy. First contact, but not enough to take body position. Nair slaps that one back down the other way. Billy topside finds Johnny with some elbow room. Off the backhand. Over Dionysus. He shoots. He scores. Oh, what a catch. What a release. Oh, he's fishing out there. Johnny cold cuts to Dionysus. Nair thought he had it hook, line, and sinker. But 1 minute, 2 seconds into the first, the ice has been broken. We have ourselves goal 1 on the board. Ragu looking to take charge, looking to even this one up down the near side over Tony. Ragu back at his own blue line, dancing his way free, goes off Johnny, cold cuts near side. Johnny back over to Billy, cuts past one, backhand, shooting, saved by Nair. It'll be saved by Ragu on the rebound. Ragu not awarded that save, but he will commend his efforts. Ragu backhand, stopped there by Dionysus, goes off Billy, out towards his own cage, thrown out to Johnny Coldcuts. Johnny Coldcuts goes over to Ragu. Ragu taking this one away off the backhand, looking for the alley-oop out in front. Off the backhand, saved by Billy. My goodness, I don't know how he read that one. He had the newspaper upside down and still managed. 3:09 to go here in the first. It's 1-0 for the Watchmen. Ragu behind the enemy cage. Stuck down to the far side corner. Dionysus there to pressure. Johnny there to hold him against the wall. Topside point over to Tony. Tony, forehand pass to the near side wall, finding his way off Ragu, back to his own blue line to Nair. Nair near side, finds his way down the ice over to Ragu. Ragu taking his time in the neutral zone, near side, stopped there by Tony, out towards the paint. Not able to get that one through thanks to the defense. Ragu back in his own defensive side with 2 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the first period. Ragu along his far side blue line, dumps this one down into the near side corner of the Watchman zone. Tony back to the neutral zone, stick checked away there by Billy, and out the full 200. Here's Nair at his own end wall, looking towards the top side of the ice, then down to the near. Billy to meet him on the other side of the net. Ragu finds the puck, stopped by Johnny. Forehand shot deflected out by the Quebec defense, back into the defensive end of the Watchmen. That will be returned likewise. Nair to Tony. Tony near side, treads the neutral zone, goes off Nair to the near side wall, goes off Ragu, and that stick checked away there by Dionysus. Here's Tony with it now. Tony off the near side wall, going to dump this one down into the offensive zone. Tony sent down to the near side wall, look for a hand there by Nair. Johnny Coldcuts there to meet and greet him off the backhand, shot towards the cage, but not able to get the length on the shot to count as it being on target. Here's Ragu, back down low, Tony, fans on it. Poe goes off the wall a little too hard, 1:34 to go. Johnny Coldcut shooting, Billy scores, and it's 2-0 Watchmen. Johnny Coldcut's great recipient of the pass at the point. Billy just stands in the slot, hits the contact marker. With 1:32 to go in the first, they lead it by 2. Stopped there by Dionysus. Here's Ragu with it now. Ragu, backhand shot. Johnny Coldcuts looking for this backhand opportunity over to Dionysus. Not able to take that one in stride, led too far on the pass. Ragu in the neutral zone, stopped by Dionysus. Dionysus off the near side wall. Ragu stopping him in his tracks, just trying to fight for his right to party here in the neutral zone. Nair near side, 1:05 to go here in the first. Still 2-0 on the board. Here's Johnny Coldcuts. with 60 seconds remaining in the period. Tony trying to take it back away. Quebec Flare looking for their second act, or really their first shot on target here tonight. Not able to get an actual shot on goal so far here in the first period. It's all come out from one side of the office. The only save they have, Johnny shooting, hits the post, and that goes wide. The only shot Quebec really has was a random bounce that came off a defensive Watchmen player. They carried it out. Ragu shooting, stopped by Billy. Tony shooting, goes wide off the near side. Johnny Coldcuts here with 28 seconds to go here in the first period of game 3. Ragu gets this one down, back to his own defensive end. Here's Nair trying to keep that cycle alive towards that top side stick check by Billy. Kept Tony from getting there in time. Big pass, Billy stopped by Tony. Billy once more, forehand shooting, goes off the body and in. And it's 3-0 for the Watchmen. 12 seconds to go here in the first. And they've made a statement. Johnny Coldcuts looks topside, scooped out, Billy shooting, scoring, and they have 4. Oh, the hats go out, 4 seconds remain, 4 goals on the board, Johnny to Billy. A beautiful duo on the offensive side, and I would not want to be in the Flares locker room after this period. My goodness, first period in the books. We got 2 more to go, maybe. 4-0 at the end of 1, Quebec Flare finding 4 shots on goal. At the end of that, end-all, be-all. With that possession time, the passing game, pretty wild. Both sides just trying to do their best. Johnny Coldcuts, 3 apples so far here tonight. Billy with a hat trick. Dionysus with 1. The saves are coming out in a big way. You got to make saves if you're going to stay in this one. If you're Windy City, 6 ready to rock, 6 ready to roll. We're back down on the ice here for the second period of action. Quebec Flare on the right side in the red. Windy City Watchmen on the left side in the black. The puck is dropped. The game is on, and this second period is underway. Rep Wolfie making an appearance for the first time here tonight. Nair subbing off. Tony, last man back, leading goal scorer from the last game for the Quebec Flare. Had 5 of the team's total of, I believe it was 7 goals at the end of the second game. Shot by Ragu, plinks off the far side post. Here's Corrupt Wolfie, goes off Dionysus. Near side pass back towards Billy. He's going to get it. He's not able to find anyone down the ice to pass it to. Ragu trying to find that deflection on, but not quite. Here's Ragu with an out off the side of the cage. Billy here. Off Ragu. Top side by Johnny Coldcuts. Tries to free it up, but not able to. Tony off Billy's block. Finds Johnny Coldcuts. Backhand shooting. Scoring. And it's 5 on the board for the Windy City Watchmen. 4:21 to go. The time is ticking. Only so much can be done. Will they be able to bring it back? 5's a sturdy number. Dionysus looking for another one. Will it be enough pressure? No. Ragu able to keep that one wide. Johnny Coldcuts out in front. Finds Dionysus scoring off the far side post. And it's 6-0. 4:05 here in the second period. Game 3. Once again, looking as lopsided as the first one. The Quebec Flare got to find a way to get something going. Just find pucks to the net. Anytime you get the puck in the O-zone, maybe think about shooting it. I don't know. You got to shoot the score. Billy knows that more than anyone. He's made it 7-0. Corrupt Wolfie. Last man back, not normally there. Not quite the stick touch he thought he was going to get, but it's the one he had. And that gap is 7. 10-goal emergency rule is in effect for all playoff games, so if we ever hit that gap on the board, it's ended early. Windy City really looking to make a statement here tonight. We came to play in IM. We might be the 5th seed, but we're not going home quietly. Winner of this game goes on to take on the Hanover Ham Hoggers, the division title winners of the regular season. Best regular season record we've seen in IM in a little bit. Here's Ragu with it now, looking to dance his way top side off the forehand shooting, goes wide off the near side wall. Billy off the backhand, top side. It's a nice stop by Corrupt Wolfie, but not able to get it to go. Corrupt Wolfie looking to bank it off the wall. Johnny Coldcuts out of the zone, sent all the way down low. Here's Tony, near side over the stick of Corrupt Wolfie. Dion got to take this one back for the boys in black, top side over to Johnny. Here's the captain of the Windy City Watchmen, 3:03 to go. Corrupt Wolfie takes it, shoots it, scores, and he breaks the goose egg. Will it be enough to get the ball rolling? 3:01 here in the second in Game 3. We'll see if there's an answer on the board here tonight. Tony looking top side. Hits a body in the neutral zone. Ragu there looking to collect his thoughts. Dion tries to meet and greet him on the far side. Tony takes it away. Billy takes it right back off the backhand. Tries to fake out Tony, but he's not able to take the puck with him on that spiritual journey. Johnny Cold cuts in the far side corner. Ragu there stopping him along the wall. We'll send this one back towards his own cage. Will not be on. Here's Tony with it now. Trying to get at least 2 on the board before we end the second. We're halfway through the game. 7-1 our score. Corrupt shooting. Goes far side and wide. Tony looking to pick this one up on the far side wall. Takes it down to the corner. Here's Johnny Cold Cuts. Gets it off the near side wall out to Ragu. Billy also meeting him right at the near side point. Billy and Ragu exchange words. Tony, top side. Not able to find a body in a red jersey to take it. Dion pressured by Corrupt Wolfie, and he's going to send this one down the length of the ice. Here's Johnny Cold Cut sent down. Tony looking to pick that one back up on the far side. Sent all the way down. Corrupt Wolfie back to the point, but not able to find Ragu. So it leaks all the way downtown. Ragu, 150 to go here in the second period of action. 7-1 still our score. Here's Johnny Cold Cut's top side. Down low to Ragu. Ragu plays his options. Stick checks Dion. Ragu, Corrupt Wolfie from the hip, not able to take that one off the backhand cleanly, and Billy's going to slap this one back down the other way. Ragu, near side, stopped by Wolfie. Wolfie chips it down low. Tony going to be in hot pursuit of this one against Johnny Cold Cuts. Tony wins it. Backhand pass, Corrupt Wolfie. Stopped there by Johnny. Throws down low. Goes off the alley-oop towards that top side. Ragu, the last man back, knows it. Doesn't press in for the puck. Gets the block because of it. Billy tries to get around Ragu. Ragu here with body position. Sends this one corner to corner over to Tony. Tony with 1:09 to go here in the second period. Sent off the near side wall, and that one goes wide off all of the bodies. That one comes off Tony at the point, goes off Dion. Billy here with an empty cage, going to walk this one down center avenue. He's got his dancing shoes on, and we're playing the Blues here tonight. 59 seconds to go in the second, and the Windy City Watchmen just extended a lead, 8-1. Ragu knows that a comeback happens one step at a time. Corrupt Wolfie with a great shot going off 2 defensemen in order to save that one away. Pass off Tony, top side, goes off Ragu. Tony once more with it with 43 seconds to go. Tony, forehand. Shot blocked away by Dion, then Billy. Billy scoops it loose. There's Ragu back at his own defensive end, looking towards that top side of the ice for an opportunity to open up. Dion there, wearing him like Ragu wearing Dion like a backpack, I suppose is the correct terminology for it. Here's Tony shooting, goes off Johnny. Johnny at the red line tries that top side for an open lane. Off the backhand over to Dion. Dion forehand shot, shimmied off the tip of his stick. Here's Tony with it now with 16 seconds to go. Johnny Cold Cuts near side. Tony out of the zone, stopped by Billy. Billy off the backhand, scooped out to the blue line. Ragu tries to force his way through the neutral zone. Corrupt Wolfie doing the same. Dion topside shooting, goes wide of the cage. 4 seconds, 3-2. That'll do it for the second period of action. 8-1 at the end of 2. The Windy City Watchmen have made a statement and a 7-goal lead. A very, very difficult thing to overcome from the other side of the ice. And I don't know if it's possible. I don't think I've ever seen a 7-goal comeback in regular season or the postseason. Maybe in the open division, but that's beyond my scope of influence. Not a lot of possession time coming off the Windy City side. 37 seconds with the puck uncontested on their stick. 1 minute 46 with Quebec with the puck alone. This last period is going to be a wild one. 4 shots, all of them coming from Ragu. Nobody else hitting the net so far here tonight except for Corrupt Wolfie. 1 period, 2 shots, 1 goal. The Lone Ranger from the Quebec Flare able to find that takeaway in front of the net, make it his own. Didn't even get a takeaway for that. I don't know, Chief. It's kind of wild. But Quebec Flare taking their time. Looks like we'll stick with the same 3 for that second to end the third. We're back down on the ice. We're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. Quebec right side with 1. Windy City left side with 8. The puck is dropped. This third period is underway. Shooting, scoring right from the post, and it goes down. 2 on the board for the Quebec Flare. 3 seconds elapsing into this third period of action. 6 is now the gap. 4:56 to go. 1 goal at a time. And Billy answers right back. 9-2 on the board. Billy in the neutral zone, able to take that one around town. Tony took up as much of the net as he could, but he wasn't able to take up that near side post. 9 seconds into it, 1 goal apiece. That gap stays out, and we are in danger. 2 more goals, and it's over. Johnny Cold Cuts throwing that one down, making them sweat for it. 13 seconds into it, 2 goals from Watchmen, 1 goal for Quebec. The boys play on here tonight in the third. Tony. Off the near side, lobbed down to the near side corner. Corrupt Wolfie back to the point. Ragu pulling, shooting, far side and wide. Cooked out to Tony. Tony down low to Wolfie. Swinging a miss, comes out to Dion as he sends this one down the ice. 35 seconds into the third. Ragu, stick checked away by Wolfie. Wolfie off the backhand, not able to get it out in front. Dionysus, top side, stopped by Tony. Tony off the backhand, not able to find the point off the first try. Maybe the second one will go differently. Softly, slowly, killing me with his words. Killing me with his song. Ragu out. Johnny, what a save by Ragu. Sent out, but not across. And Dionysus here with the puck now, looking top side to bring this one into the corner. Billy, forehand pass, goes off Corrupt Wolfie over to Ragu. Ragu keeping his team alive so far here tonight over Corrupt, shooting, scoring. Oh my goodness. 3-10 on the board. Ragu with an absolute deadly pass to Corrupt Wolfie. Billy, the lone man back. Nothing but just hoping that he looks big enough to make the stop. But that's a solid shot, and that's a solid play coming off the Quebec side. I think it's their best goal they've made here tonight. Billy, backhand, scoop top side over to Johnny Coldcuts. This brings this one back off the forehand, finds Billy. Billy over to Tony, stop there in the transition. Corrupt Wolfie, loosen up. Tony, shot wide. Here's Billy with it now, 7 goals back. The difference, the same we started with 2 minutes and 20 some seconds ago. Tony out of the zone. Ragu near side, tries to bring this one back to the defensive end. Billy there, just staying on him, sticking to him like the pancake stuck to the wall when I made breakfast this morning. Johnny Coldcut stangled, stopped by Corrupt Wolfie. Here's Tony with an out, backhand hook over to Corrupt, shooting, forehand, hits the post, out in front, nobody able to tuck at the bed. Johnny Coldcut stopped by Corrupt Wolfie. Now it sends off to the near side point. Johnny Coldcuts loosen up to the defensive side. Tony with a forehand shot going wide. Corrupt Wolfie tries to pass it out in front. Dion keeps this one down along the near side wall. Dionysus off the forehand with 2:52 to go here in the third. Lobbing this one downtown. Look for Johnny Coldcuts, but led him too far. Billy, great deflection. Corrupt Wolfie looking to get it deep. Here's Dionysus towards the top side of the ice. Stick check, not able to get that one through the uprights as Ragu sends it back to Tony. Tony, forehand. Ragu, deflection on target, but not across. Dion, beautiful save. Not even credited it in the stat books. Tony shooting near side. Down comes out towards Wolfie. Wolfie tries to keep the pressure going for the Quebec Flare. The lob out, stopped by Tony. Back towards the point, finding its way to Ragu. Ragu tries to fake him out, but not able to get Billy to buy anything he's selling. Here's Tony, stopped by Dion, down low. Wolfie there to pressurize. Tony there to collect it. Goes off Dionysus. Topside Billy, stopped by Tony. Forehand shot, never released. Dionysus was in the shot lane. Johnny Coldcuts hit the Billy. Shooting off the post. Tony out of the zone, looks for Corrupt Wolfie on the far side. Pulling, pass towards Ragu. Goes off the near side wall. Here's Billy with it now. 1:57 to go here in the third period. 7 goals still the gap, but the Flare throwing everything they got towards them, including the kitchen sink. Tony not able to keep it in as that one's lobbed out. Watchmen just looking to stay alive for now. Corrupt Wolfie, the first man back. Here's Tony near side. Stopped by Coldcut. Shooting! And he scores! And that might be the moment that you put the baby to bed without the diaper on. Johnny Coldcuts maybe sinking the final nail in the coffin here tonight. 8 goals back in the gap. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go here in the third. It just looks like the end to me. Ragu shooting, says never. Great stop there by Dionysus. Ragu once more. Billy takes it, shoots it off the far side post and wide. Ragu going off Johnny Coldcuts to the near side. Ragu off the backhand, stopped by Billy. He's just going to walk it in. And that's goal 12. And what seemed to be a difficult task just became impossible. 9 goals the gap. 78 seconds remain in this game. Unless God strikes down the internet connection. Ragu. Near side, Dionysus banks it off the wall. Looks for himself, doesn't find him. Ragu. Near side, goes into the corner. Wolfie, give and go. Ragu, forehand, tries the shot, scores! Oh, what a beautiful play. Man. Corrupt Wolfie with a great give and go. One of the rare sights we get to see here in SPL is that give and go play. 4-12 on the board. They're playing for pride. He can't knock it. Tony looking to break this one down off the near side. He's popping that one down low, going off Ragu on the transition game. Wolfie trying to find a way around town. Off the forehand, Billy with a stick check, shooting, scoring, and he's popping it in like a quirked up white boy. 5 on the board for the Quebec Flair. 41 seconds remain. Wolfie off to Tony, and he's able to make him pay. Ragu, Wolfie, shot down low, just trying to hit the net with every opportunity they possibly can here tonight. It's Ragu taking this one on the far side while 30 seconds to go. Tony, bank pass looking for Ragu. Ragu back down low in his own defensive end. Looking to get at least one more here in the Quebec season. Here in the quarterfinals, both teams playing their hearts out. Game 2 going heavily in favor of the Flair. Games 1 and 3 heavily in favor of the Watchmen. And there's a story to be told here tonight. 10 seconds remain. Ragu stopped by Wolfie. Goes off Billy with a shot attempt. Ragu there trying to keep that one wide. Billy looking for one more goal before this final buzzer, but he will not find it. And the Windy City Watchmen come out on top in a 3-game series. Final score of Game 3, 12-5. And they move on. Will they be able to take out the Hanover Ham Hoggers, or will they die trying? We'll just have to find out next week during the what is the conference finals in the split conference divisions. I think it's just the semifinals in the other 3. But 12-5, 16 shots to 13. Quebec really started to bring it back. I think Corrupt Wolfie just needed some time to warm up. Stepping in, Game 3, Period 2. Very, very large shoes to fulfill. It just didn't quite work out for him. 69 passes. Quebec's the real winner. We all know it. But the takeaway game, heavily in favor of Quebec. Every stat except goals really just came down to the Quebec's favor. 3 goals, Johnny. 7 goals, Billy. 2 for Dionysus. And Billy and Dionysus played a great defensive game, sharing the workload. 4 saves apiece for the total of 8. Ragu, 2 goals. Tony with 1. Corrupt Wolfie with 2 for the total of 5 from Quebec. And the saves made, really just, I don't know if they were enough. 1 save for Ragu and Tony. 2 for Nair. Corrupt Wolfie out there just to shoot, just to score. Not really thinking about the defensive side of the puck a whole lot. But the takeaway game from Ragu, absolutely phenomenal this whole series. I think he only had, 5 turnovers to his 45 takeaways. We're going to see it on the website later tonight. But I'm very interested to see the total sum of what his takeaway ratio was, because it might be the best I've ever seen in the playoffs. Outside of what Panarin did during this season's play-in, I don't know if I've seen a turnover ratio quite that stacked. But a good series from Quebec, a great series from Windy City. And that's just how Slapshot goes sometimes. But that's going to do it here tonight on the SPL Network. Thank you for tuning in. We had a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the support, the raid from Blurred. I appreciate you immensely. Hope your stream went all right. And thank you for all the big names in red. Irvion, Eli, Unglued Snail, JS Tronics, former league admin, lead broadcaster, Min Snoda, alongside Gubby, former league admin, M-Dub, Mandy, Q Silver, Cloudy, Davo, and Renard. Appreciate all your continued support. If you want on the list, if you sub to the channel, even with Prime, you get your name in white. After, let's say 12 months, you get your name in blue, because I know we have a lot of 12-month and beyond subscriptions. I just have to kind of get down and do the paperwork for it. Yeah. LOL, we have more turnovers than a bakery. Thank you, Billy. Had a great game tonight. Possession time overrated. Also from Billy. Hey, if you score goals, that's the only stat that people look at the end of the day. How many wins did you have? How many times did you score more than the other 2? That's really the only question out there. But, yeah. Dorothy, you proud of me? Wolfie, I am proud of you. I mean, a little bit. Not a lot. Like, you could have won, but I'm a little proud of you. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching some good old-fashioned Slapshot. That's all I got for you here tonight. I don't know if I'm around tomorrow. I have another volleyball game to cast tomorrow, so just like tonight, if I'm around, I'll cast. Normally, teams kind of like to play at 9 p.m. instead of 10. That's the only reason I was able to cast this one here tonight. But if I'm around and the game's to be cast, I'll do my best. If not, I apologize, and you can yell at me later. But either way, that's all I got for you here tonight. Thank you for tuning in to the SPL Network. My name is Darth Taxil. Hopefully, we'll see you guys in the next broadcast. But with that being said, I hope you all have a great afternoon, a great evening, and a great night.